my name is Adrian and welcome to Practical DIY. In today's episode we'll be prepping and spraying the frame. But before we do anything else, we'll recap of what we did last week. We've stripped down the bike and we'll have a quick look at what we've got left. After disassembly, this is what we have. We've got a lovely box of bits. Notice the odd little bits I've kept separate in little plastic bags. This will help later when I come to reassemble the bike. Since the last episode I have degreased and sprayed down the frame. It's now ready to be rubbed down and prepping for paint. As you can see here, I've masked off the bearings so it helps keep dust and dirt out of the bearings while we're cleaning the frame. Right, the next stage is rubbing down the frame and cleaning it up ready for paint. Now this is going to be a bit long-winded and boring, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the film so you can see the process, and then we'll slow down again and see the next stage. I think that's enough for watching me sanding. I warned you it was a long process. I bet you thought I was going to make you watch me rub down the whole frame. Nah, don't think we'll do that. Right, let's have a quick look at what we've done so far. I've spent a couple of hours rubbing it down and this is what we've got. Now we're ready to move on to the next stage. For this I'm going to use a rust treatment which kills the rust and inhibits any further rusting. But before I do this I'm going to wipe down the frame with some white spirit. This will help remove any remaining dust and impurities. Once it has dried, I will apply the rust treatment. I've just finished painting the frame off camera with the rust treatment using a paintbrush. You can see where the metal has oxidised. The treatment turns the metal a dark purple colour, which is the trait of the product I'm using. This will need to stand and dry for at least an hour before we can move on to the next stage. The rust treatment I'm using also acts as a metal primer, but I'm going to use a grey aerosol primer over the frame to give a more even base colour for the top coats to stick to, giving us a better, more even finish. Well, we left the frame for about an hour now, so it should be about ready to start applying the grey undercoat. Let's have a quick look at it. The frame has now turned black where the treatment has taken most effect. This will be covered up with a grey primer, giving us the nice even finish that we're looking for. Right, time to spray on the primer. Let's get started. There we go, we've sprayed on the primer. Trick is to do a couple of very light coats and then it'll be all nice and grey. I'm using a grey primer. I'm using a grey one because our next top coat I'm going to be using black. Now it's time for bonus material time. Yes, I've had a delivery. I've got my first shipment of parts. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Right, let's see what we've got. Have a quick look. Oh, yes. Look, this nice new fuel tank. Yep. One nice new fuel tank. Leave this one to a bit. Let's have a look at this one. Right, looks like we've got front forks and handlebars. One. Pair of front forks. One handlebar. And the other one. Right, let's see what we've got in here. Nice new rear sprocket. Right, so there we go. New fuel tank, new rear sprocket, and a new front end set of forks for the Minimoto. Right, back to the important stuff now. Let's start putting on the top coat. So we apply the top coat using long even sweeps. It would help if I removed the safety device from underneath the spray nozzle, I think that'll help. Right, let's remove that and let's try again. Right, let's try again. Safety device removed from the try not to put too much on in the first go. As the layers all build up, we get a nice even smooth finish. I'll join you back in a moment when I've finished spraying. Right, that's the first coat done. We'll leave that for about 20-30 minutes now. Wait until that becomes touch dry, and then we'll start putting on the next coat. There we go, that's the third and final coat finished. Just leave that to dry, and that'll be the frame finished. We'll move on to the next section, which we'll see is next week, and we'll have start on the wheels and tyres. Thank you for watching today's episode of Practical DIY. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to like, subscribe and share this video, and if you want to continue watching this series, please remember to hit the notification button, and then you can keep track of where we are. Hope you've enjoyed it again. Take care, goodbye, see you next time.